Hey friends, today we're going to be doing some tapping around control. We are currently in eclipse season. Today is, in fact, the day I'm recording this, the lunar full moon eclipse. And on the 29th of March, that is the solar eclipse. So the 2 weeks in between the full moon and the new moon. This is a really big transformational time. And you might already be feeling in your life that there are one or two or many things that are asking to be released. This is a karmic reset point. If you talk, I'm not an astrologer, but if you talk to the astrologers or listen to the astrology, this is a big deal. This particular transit in 2025, we are being offered the opportunity to shed programs, to shed beliefs, to shed stories. And not only are we being offered the opportunity, but if we have not been listening to our inner heart's desire, for some of us, this message is coming in with a smack. And this can come a variety of ways. Certainly for me, over the years, as an energy healer, I know when I haven't been listening properly, I definitely get a smackdown. And, it can be something like because I'm a house sitter, it's just a house sit that isn't a good fit for me. It feels uncomfortable. So it can be something small like that, or it can be big, like, a relationship explosion or a job loss or something. And always when these things are happening, especially in this particular time frame, when we have an eclipse or something so transformational occurring, these things are happening for us because the universe always has your back. Whether you believe it or not in this particular moment, the energies are always conspiring in your highest good. And it may not look that way, it may not feel that way, but those are the facts. And with a little bit of time and space, you'll be able to see that. Anyways, that's a lot of story, but we are going to work on softening our grip on control. And just before we get started on this tap along, I just want to tell you, for most of us, control is what kept us safe, right? We're children and things felt out of control for whatever reason, whether there was big trauma or just a lack of availability, a lack of emotional availability, a lack of emotional support. That on its own can create this sense of, I got to figure everything out myself. And I need to be in control to make sure that things go smoothly. And as an employee, if you are working for someone else, they love this aspect of you because it means you have your fingers on everything and, all the pieces are moving in the correct order. And if it's not, if there's a hiccup, you are on it. And that's beautiful when you're working for someone, but for your own personal nervous system, what it most often means is that you are pushing through. You are ignoring signs and symptoms from your body, from your emotional state. You are not giving them the time and space that they require. All right, so I'm Anita Kaiser, and I'm going to lead you in this tap along. My business is Anita Kaiser Wellness, and I work with empaths, sensitives, and star seeds, helping them connect to their emotions and bring that forward so that the bridge between head and heart can be strong. All right, so I'm going to say something and you're going to repeat after me. And just before we get started, I'd love for you to put a number from 0 to 10 on how much you think control is important to you, how much you are gripping on tightly. And the number is sort of irrelevant. It's just for you to have an idea of what changes during this sequence. So 10 is the highest, 0 is not at all. 10 being, I'm holding on so tight, everything in me is tense. 0 being, I'm going with the flow. Whatever life brings me, I've got it. All right, write down your number or put it in your head. It's best to write it down because as humans, we forget how bad things were, or, when we were struggling. Often, once things start to get better, we're just like, oh, I was always in this place. So write down your number and then let's get started. On the outside of the hand, doesn't matter which hand you start with, we're just gently tapping on the karate point. Even though there is a part of me that feels like I need control, right here, right now, I'm safe. I'm just taking a moment to notice how that statement landed in your system. You might have gotten a response, maybe not. Anything that comes up during this tapping sequence, this is information for you to get to know yourself better. Even though there is a part of me that thinks I need to control everything, I'm open to looking at this today. Even though there is a part of me that believes if I don't control things, they won't work out. And I love and appreciate this part of me. Again, noticing how that feels for you. All right, moving to in between the eyes, just holding the points here. This need for control. Outside of the eyes, right on the bone. Needing control. Underneath the eye, right on the bone. I like being in control. Under the nose. Feels good to be in control. On the crease of the chin. I need to be in control. Down to the chest, just a couple inches below the collarbone. Control. Underneath the arm, right, sort of on the bra line at the side. Control. In between the eyes, it's important for me to be in control. Outside of the eyes, I need to be in control. Underneath the eyes. It's just a part of who I am, this control. Underneath the nose, needing control. On the crease of the chin. It's how I do my best work, being in control. down to the chest. Control. Under the arm. I need control. Shake it off. Bring your hands to your heart. Maybe close your eyes or don't. You choose what's in